A father and daughter are on their way to a train station to take a train when things start to get a bit weird. They get on the train, everything seems to be fine now, everything's normal, it's a train, they're going on a train. But then things start getting weird again. This quickly escalates into the zombie apocalypse. So we're going, we're in this now. The zombies have arrived, and the passengers who have survived are all hanging out together in one of the cars away from the zombies. Things are a bit tense.
새끼 봐라 이거. 사람이 뛰어오는데 코앞에서 문을 닫아? 돌았냐 이 새끼야?
그거 말 조심해요. 당신만 위험했던 거 아니니까.
이런 새끼가 다 있어. 널 놔. 너네 수쪽으로 한 던져버리라니까 일로 와.
그만해. 다들 겁나니까 그런 거야.
The train stops at another station in the hopes that the military will come and save them all. After everyone who survived the shit show in the train station is back on the train, there's a problem because our daddy and his frenemy and another teen are now separated from their loves.
우리 수환이에요? 괜찮대? 13호 화장실에 있대.
They got to get through the zombies to get to their women. Which they do. Yay. They did it. They're trying to get through to the main group of passengers, but they can't because this prickly toad has convinced them that that's not a good idea. And because of that, we lose one of our main fighters. He was assumed to be Daddy. He was the frenemy of our Daddy. And now he's gone. He's a zombie as well. They finally smash through into the carriage, into the car where the main group of passengers are.
왜 갔어 왜? 미친 새끼야. 다 들어올 수 있었잖아. 왜? 이 새끼 감염됐어.
And that group of passengers tells them all to get out. Get moving into another car. You're not staying with us. The train can't continue to Busan because it's the apocalypse, and there's, some shit on the track. Burning shit. So the driver jumps out to find another train, and all of the passengers have to get off the train they're on and move to this train. And some stuff happens, some explosions, people are, trapped, and people get bit, and Prickly Toad shows up again and does Prickly Toad things. So far, this Prickly Toad is doing everything right in an apocalypse. This is how you behave in the zombie apocalypse. Our daddy and our daughter and the love of the fat dude that died earlier, they are the only survivors of the train transfer. But of course, it's not the driver there. It's Prickly Toad, and he's now infected. Yeah, so that ends in Daddy. Daddy gets bit by Prickly Toad, and and Daddy has to go. Daddy has to go. Before Daddy does jump off the train, he gives us one of the greatest faces ever in cinematic history. I love this face. This goofy zombie smile. So our daughter and our pregnant lady, love of the fat dude that died earlier, they're the only survivors, and they get to Busan. It should have been Prickly Toad. It really should have been. We all know that. Prickly Toad would have been singing his way through to Busan. It should have been Prickly Toad. It really should have been. I went on a train to Busan once. Honestly, I think my train to Busan could have been made into a film as well, simply because it was a disaster. I got on the wrong train. I was supposed to be on the KTX train, the fast train, and I got on the slow train through all the villages and little towns and stuff. I ended up having to sit by the train door, for like 10 hours until the morning came and we finally arrived in Busan. So that was my train to Busan. Didn't have any zombies, but it was still a disaster. Fun disaster it turned out to be, but still a disaster. The bestest thing about this film is that the zombies are fast. I hate the zombie films where they're slow. I don't know why any director would make the zombies slow. Unfortunately, it happens every now and then. They make slow zombies. But this is a fast zombie film. We get rabid mental zombs in this film, which is makes the whole thing better. If this film had slow zombies, it just wouldn't have worked. This film also builds the relationship between the father and the daughter in a really powerful way. The dad starts off as kind of not really that interested, but he still loves her, but he's, busy at work, and he's being a bit of a shit dad. And then he realizes what's really important. And the way they do it, the way they actually kind of progress that emotional story part, the way they do it, the way they progress that emotional story is powerful. It's powerful. And by the end, when the dad, does go into goofy smile, just about to turn into a zombie, you really feel for the daughter. It's solid acting as well. Solid acting the whole way through, especially the daughter. The daughter is our daughter, and she's the she's the star of the show. She was played by Kim Soo An, and she has this kind of grandma child look where it's impossible not to every time she's on screen. Every time she's on screen, no matter what she's doing, you want to just It was directed by Yeon Sang-ho, and he hasn't really made a lot of films, but he has made a sequel to this called Peninsula, and I want to see it. I want to see it soon. And it might be on this list. It might be in this series. Who knows? If it's anything like this, then it probably will be, because Train to Busan is one of the true classic zombie films. I think it's this, Train to Busan, or Dawn of the Dead, the remake. I think that's I'd go for Dawn of the Dead, just because I think a shopping mall is more fun. It's a more fun environment than a train for a zombie film. It just it edges out Train to Busan on that. But still, if it wasn't for Dawn of the Dead, if it wasn't for Dawn of the Dead being made in a shopping mall, then Train to Busan would win, hands down, as the greatest zombie film ever. But it is one of the greatest Korean movies ever, and that's why it's part of this series. Go watch it. Alright, that's it. Please subscribe. I don't know why, but I think my subscription button's broken. I think my subscription button is broken. So please hit it really hard. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright.